Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wise 4E channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown has demonstrated in Sister Wise Season 18 that he is an emotional leader, which makes it clear how poor a parent he has been to his 18 children. Kody has been married to Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown in the past. He is currently wed to Robin Brown. Nearly 30 years have passed since the Brown family entered into plural marriage, but once Christine decided to leave the family during Sister Wives Season 17, things started to fall apart for Kody and his family. Kody was deeply affected by Christine's departure, sending him into a downward spiral that affected his interactions with Mary and Janelle as well. Although Kody's relationships with his spouses have always been rocky, he has always seemed to have a good relationship with his kids. Before Sister Wives Season 18, Kody proudly displayed his children and was frequently spotted relocating to be with his wives and kids. His interactions with his children changed as his relationship with Robin developed and Kody's children from previous marriages grew older. The Brown family entered a new era with COVID-19, and as a result of Kody's strict regulations, his relationships with his children grew chilly and were impossible to mend. While Kody has always been aware of each wife's place in the family, he has been quick to try to alter how his kids view their relationships. With Janelle and Christine, Kody has 6 kids who all arrived at about the same time. After adopting Robin's 3 children from a previous marriage, he had 1 child with Mary and 5 with her. Kody hasn't always been the most involved dad in his children's lives because he has 18 kids to keep track of, and it manifests in the way he treats them. Most of Kody's kids don't respond well to his parenting approach, but he is blissfully unaware of this. Kody spends his time with his children trying to win their favor in some way or another, or trying to set them against one another, even if he believes he is being supportive of them. Kody is probably well aware of how little time and effort he devotes to his children, particularly in recent years as they have grown. When he does see them, he makes an effort to appear to be a cool, entertaining parent. Kody tries to portray himself as the victim of all the other kids' attitudes with Robin's kids, with whom he spends the most time. Where there shouldn't be any, Kody stirs up tension between his kids. Although Kody's children have occasionally been separated from one another, they often spend a lot of time together as children. As they were all roughly the same age and their mothers stepped in to help one another out, Christine's kids and Janelle's kids grew up spending the most of their time with one another. As the kids became older, they all started to realize how little time their father actually spent with any of them and his role in the family. Even though Kody was a part of their lives, it was challenging for the children to get to know or interact with their father, and they were all instead developing close bonds with their siblings. The Brown children were probably tired of their father's treatment of them and their mothers by the time they were old enough to voice their concerns about him, because they were growing up together. Many of the Brown kids have claimed to have noticed a change in Kody's behavior once Robin became a member of the family. Many of them admitted that after chatting with one another, they altered the way they interact with their father. Kody frequently talks about how frustrated he is when his older children don't make time for him, since he works hard to make sure that despite spending little time with his kids, they still see him as a parent figure. Though Kody spends most of his time with his and Robin's kids, he hardly ever sees truly who he shares with Christine or Savannah, who he shares with Janelle. Kody's younger children include his 2 youngest with Robin, as well as his younger daughters from Christine and Janelle. Kody is quite explicit about his parental rights and he does want to spend time with his girls. When talking about spending time with his children, Kody treats it more like a duty than a privilege. Despite having spent very little time with his children throughout their lives, he presents the impression that he has made an effort to spend as much time as possible with them. With so many kids, he has made it plain that it is difficult for him to share his time equally. It's difficult to argue he's genuinely trying to equalize things when he focuses exclusively on one group of children. This is something Kody has done in his interactions with his wives and his kids, and it doesn't seem to be working. Kody previously admitted on Sister Wives season 18 that he was making every effort to ensure that his children understood how much he loved them throughout the holiday season. The Browns were split up throughout the holiday season rather than doing this by spending time together as a family. Even though Janelle pleaded with Kody to halt their argument, two of his sons, Gabe Brown and Garrison Brown, were engaged in it. Instead of attempting to develop an emotional bond with his children, Kody has attempted to purchase their love by providing extravagant gifts and experiences, while neglecting those with whom he finds it more difficult to establish a relationship. Despite Kody's repeated claims that he is a wonderful parent to his 18 children, the Sister Wives star has demonstrated that he is anything but. Kody has spent his entire career in the spotlight, demonstrating his selfishness, from prioritizing his relationships with his spouses to letting his emotions control his life in an unhealthy way. He never thinks about his children or his family as a whole, he just ever considers how things will appear to him. Being a father was a necessary step for Kody to take in order to advance in his life. Since having children was something Kody wanted to cross off his bucket list, he has neglected their relationships in favor of focusing on improving his relationships with other people and himself. Kody's time on Sister Wives has shown that he has always been self-centered, but his recent behavior has made it evident that his selfishness has made him a poor parent and continues to make him treat his children worse. Kody Brown and his family paid $820,000 for Coyote Pass back in 2018, in order to divide the 4 parcels of land into 5 lots, one for each individual and one for him. The family of Sister Wives on TLC bought the parcels. Then, each family member would begin building a house on their respective lot. For instance, Janelle Brown even had plans to build a kind of greenhouse on the land. After 5 years, 3 of his 4 marriages have ended in divorce. Coyote Pass has fans wondering what will happen to it. Will Kody Brown use the land in any way? Should the family just sell the property and cut their losses? There has been a startling new development involving the construction of Coyote Pass, according to an exclusive report from The Sun. What surprising update was this? For more information, keep reading. 5 years later, Coyote Pass is still entirely unaltered, according to The Sun's exclusive report. Kody Brown and the other TLC family members haven't done any of the preparation work required to start construction on the site. In actuality, only Janelle Brown, who briefly adopted an RV lifestyle, came close to residing on the land. The Sun's latest photographs, which prove building has not begun on Coyote Pass, were obtained and made public. In actuality, the property consists solely of unmaintained grassy fields and the wooden fence that serves as the boundary. Who presently owns the property? Currently, Coyote Pass is still owned in part by Kody, Robin, Janelle, and Mary. It is unlikely that any work will ever be done on the property given that Kody Brown is no longer wed to Mary or Janelle. In fact, some supporters believe the family will eventually sell the house and divide the proceeds. Unfortunately, Robin and Kody Brown own a lot more of the property than Mary and Janelle do, so selling the property might be a bit tricky. Additionally, some viewers wondered if Janelle Brown really lost interest in wanting to develop on the property given that she had just recently discussed it on the show. Do you find it surprising that 5 years have gone by and Kody Brown's family has done nothing with the $820,000 purchase? Is now the right time for Kody Brown and his family to sell the house and cut their losses? Comment below with your responses to these queries. Stay tuned for more Sister Wives news and updates by checking back frequently. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.